Welcome to our first travel journal where we'll be traveling to Cancun, Mexico. And we started our journey in Ottawa in the very nice winter time.
Okay, sure.
And then we got to Montreal after our ride share, and we just started entering the airport. So this is the beginning of our travels in the middle of the day. Hi.
Yes.
How do we begin?
I already said we were scammed.
We got scammed. So yeah, we finally made it into the plane, and it was a pretty quick ride. It was about 4 or 5 hours. And then we arrived in Mexico in the evening around like 9 p.m. And this was the calm before the storm.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you can just see us kind of entering into the terminal right here.
I'm already on a beach.
And then,
I love the
and
This is where we get scammed. Meet our scammers.
okay, so this is the story of how we got scammed in Cancun, Mexico.
Yeah. It didn't help having her.
Yeah.
Because everywhere we walked, they were like, my sister, do you speak Spanish? Like holding on to her. We couldn't like leave.
Like as soon as we came into the airport, we picked up our baggage, checked out some duty-free stuff, which was okay, but duty-free when you're leaving is even better. But we'll get to that later. And then we had to leave the airport, and everywhere we go, they were just like harassing us.
No, not us. Her.
Okay, they were just like, sister, come over
floating.
here.
I was floating like a wave.
Yeah, they were like, they didn't look at you at all. They were just like, but they saw me and they're like, hey, come here. Oh, you need some help. Everybody wants to give me like a taxi.
Yeah.
And I was so good. I was like, no, I'm going to take the bus. And they're like, oh, you take the bus here. And like, yeah.
It was all lies.
Yeah, so we were just basically being lied to by everybody.
Except our Airbnb host, yeah.
Everybody, as soon as you step out of Cancun airport, everybody is a liar. Do not trust anybody, because they all seemed like they were helping each other and nobody was really there to help us. And basically, like, what happened was we go through, there's like different terminals, Terminal 3, Terminal 2, exits, and it was very confusing. There wasn't really a good like source map that we could find. And we end up going through this one area where at this point, like, what happened? We go through this one area.
I don't know, it felt like we're going in circles.
Yeah, we go through this one area, and then this like guy, he's like wearing this official white suit, and he's like, come. And I'm like, can you just tell us where like the autobus is, And then they're like, oh, the next autobus doesn't come in like
an hour.
Then
it was
3
like 4
hours.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was like we just arrived. It was like maybe 10 p.m. They're like, well, the next one's at like 1 a.m. And you're like, what? But I don't have data in Mexico, and you have a little bit of it.
Yeah, I had data.
But we couldn't figure out where the bus system was, and also even if we were to bus, it was super late.
And it's 45 minutes just on the bus.
And then when you get downtown, and then we still have to figure out transit. Mm-hmm. And we were just tired and exhausted at this point because we've been traveling since like 10, 11 in the morning.
Yeah.
And now it's like 10, 11 at nighttime. So, yeah, bad. They wore us out.
No, I was still ready to like leave them, but they wouldn't leave her. So yeah.
True.
They wouldn't. They were like, oh, to you, and I was
They're
like, can
ready.
we just go? I'm like giving you a look. Like,
and the problem is that they were so friendly too. Like that's how like they're like, oh, I just feel like, oh, these are just my brothers. Oh, they just want to help me out. And then they start. What do they start doing? Like we kind of give up, I guess, on the
Yeah,
on the
we did.
autobus on the bus thing. We're just
Yeah,
like,
because we were walking a bit, like this way, then we're like this way.
yeah. We try to get away from the guy.
They keep just redirecting us. They all keep showing a badge. It was like, yeah.
Yeah, they flash you a badge, and they're like, look, I'm like part of the airport.
But it's not. It's like.
Yeah, they just show it to you, and then they take it away, and you're like, I think I'm being scammed.
I felt like that the whole time when they were like
Yeah.
talking to you like we're family, and I was like, no, I don't believe
Yeah,
we're family.
it's like all a scam. And so, what happens? We accept the scam. We're
Yeah.
like, we're tired. Okay, fine. Let's go. Let's take this taxi home. And
Yeah, but we didn't even get to go in the first taxi because they kept
yeah.
talking about this credit cards. You have credit cards, and I'm like looking at her
Yes.
like we're not using our credit cards.
they were like, well, first of all, they were telling us it's 700 pesos, and I'm like,
Each.
700 pesos.
Yeah.
Like, we should have known.
I felt like this is BS, but I was like, okay, they're not leaving her alone. We can't run because they're like holding on to her.
It was BS, and we were like, what do we do? You know, we're in the airport in the middle of the night. The buses are just taking. We have no idea how to get to the bus, and all we can rely on now is like these scammer taxis.
This part, like for the credit card, I just felt like they were gonna charge us way more, but we're not gonna know until we got our credit card bill.
Yeah.
That's what I felt was gonna happen.
Yeah, so thankfully we did not use our credit card. We were like pesos only. And once we said pesos only, they were gonna load us in one taxi. And then I guess after we said no credit card, they took us out.
So that was like already, I was like, okay, see, I knew something was weird.
Yeah,
Because I was like, see, this is why we don't use our credit cards.
yeah. And then they got us another taxi with some guy who I guess would accept pesos. Oh, and another weird thing they did, they were calling up the bus company to tell us that the bus was gonna be like this late. But it's not really a bus company, guys. It's just like they're friends. Like they're all in it together. It's a taxi mafia. Yeah,
You said that. Okay.
yeah. I mean, it is. It's a mafia system like set up there. I don't know if I'm not supposed to say this or not.
It's all on Reddit though.
It's all on Reddit. It's there. They tell
And
you.
we thought we weren't gonna get scammed because I read Reddit. I was like, oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
No, we were not.
Yeah, we were like, okay, we'll be okay. We were going to actually we did have a driver planned.
Yeah. But then something happened.
He got scared.
Yeah.
He got scared
Probably
by the
from the
taxi
taxi people,
mafia.
yeah.
And he just felt the presence, and I guess he was like, no,
He was
no, lo
right.
siento.
He was right though. Like it was really strong. Like they were like everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere. It's like it's a whole team, man. Like you can get dropped off at the airport, but you cannot get picked up at the airport. So, yeah.
That's why a lot of people paid for the shuttle. But I wasn't paying $200 for a shuttle. So.
Yeah, especially because it goes to the hotel zone.
And I'm talking about 200 US. So
Oh,
we're paying
yeah.
200 US
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a shuttle. I was like, I don't care if there's air conditioning. Just
Yeah.
no.
So thankfully, the drive wasn't too long. It was like 10, 15.
I don't know. I was just like, ooh, we're almost there.
Yeah, 15 minutes maybe, and he takes us to the right location, and we get safely home.
Yeah, towards the end, I did feel like we were getting kidnapped, but it didn't happen. So,
No, I knew we were not gonna get kidnapped.
Yeah.
I just knew we were getting scammed, and it was just like, and even the price of the bus,
Yeah.
they were lying to us.
Yeah, they were saying like crazy prices, and I was like, no, it's not that price.
Yeah, everything they said with a smile.
Yeah.
They were so nice and friendly, lying through their teeth.
Yeah, they're like, we're not gonna lead you wrong, but yeah, they did.
And they're like, oh, sister, it's okay. Don't worry. We got you. You know, we'll take care of you. BS. BS. I mean, they did get us home safe, though, but BS.
Yeah, so we paid in total 1,400 pesos.
Which is like, it's actually embarrassing.
It is, because when we talked to our host, our Airbnb host,
Yeah.
he was like, oh, you know, it's just 300 pesos, right?
It's just supposed to be 300
Together.
pesos. Like, total.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Not 1,400.
So that's a lot.
Oh my god, let me see if I can calculate
It's 1,100.
how much, yeah.
It's 1,100 we got together.
1,300, where is it? Pesos to, yeah. So
Oh,
that
okay.
is 90, we almost paid $100 Canadian for like a 15-minute car ride. Yeah. It's supposed to be like $5-10 Canadian, not even, what is it, 300?
300 pesos.
Yeah, 300 pesos. That's like 30,
Oh, you could just
50.
check your phone again.
Yeah, I can just do it again. Yeah. It's supposed to be... It's not supposed to be that much. 300 pesos to CAD. Yeah, okay. Tops, 21 bucks.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
So yeah, we paid 5 times more.
Yeah, you're the math person.
Yeah. But then after that, we had a lovely adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ignored this.
So just ignore this part and stay tuned for the rest.